So we're still on this quest of trying to prove to Jonathan Majors to date a black woman. And I'm just struggling. I'm just struggling to figure out why dating a black woman is the bee's knees. I'm literally struggling. I'm trying to figure this out. So this is an article by a black woman on aninjusticemag.org. No, .com. So this came out 2 years ago. I guess by this seems like what she can't be FBA. Social work and training. She's probably she's probably Nigerian. Come on, what now? Shit. There we go. What is... Okay. It said members only. I'm surprised they'll let me read it. Alright, cool. Alright, where do we begin? Black women voted the most undesirable women to date. What a mistake. Not really. Black women deserve to be loved too. Hey, we have a thumbnail of an unknown black woman who I would definitely fuck. What is it with black women? Why won't people leave us alone? I think people are leaving you guys alone, and the problem is you guys are trying to get men's attention, and the thing is you suck at it. Not only do we have to face the unfavorable statistics that tell us that we are the least likely to get married out of other races, the least desirable woman, the least likely woman to get married out of other racial groups, the least desirable of all women in the dating pool. But there is also the fact that black women outnumber black men as a result of mass incarceration, because that's the little thing that black women love telling themselves is all these men are in jail, all these men are turned out, all these men are just lowly, and there's just nobody left. There's just nobody. A 2015 study showed that 54% of black children grow up in a single-parent household compared to 22% of Caucasian kids due to unemployment, incarceration of black men, thereby making black men that are marriageable significantly less. Okay, here's the thing. What is the average, what is the average prison term that black men are facing? This cannot be a lifelong incarceration. I'll probably even say this is, I'll probably actually, let me just look it up, because I hate guessing. I hate guessing. What is the average amount of years black men are incarcerated? I probably typed it wrong to where it's not really going to give me a sheet. The average, because it's just going to give me per capita shit, and it's like it's just going to fuck. How many? What is the average? Let me type it. The average sentence for black men in jail. What is the See, that's all it's gonna do is just give me the rate. Yeah, okay, we know we get longer sentences, but what is the average? See, I would assume that the average, I could be wrong. I would probably assume that the average prison sentence is probably between 4 to 8 years. But again, still, that's not even a quarter of someone's life. Actually, maybe a quarter. Yeah, if you. Hmm. No, that would be 20. Nah, never mind. Scratch what I just said. But yeah, it wouldn't completely isolate them, from dating or even from, marrying somebody. I don't think those 8 years, you know, a jail sentence is gonna keep. We already know this in the Black Manosphere that that a prison sentence isn't gonna keep a black woman away from dating a nigga in prison. We've literally created the Black MGTOW movement, the educated lane, talking points that hey, black women will always love these guys. These guys are valuable in love to the point that we even got TV shows and viral couples of black women dating guys who just got out of prison, who have no jobs, who don't have a job, they don't work, they have no skills, and all they can do is just hustle and live off of women and have sex. That's all they can do. I mean, these guys are so desirable that black women are literally joining the police force, the correctional in the industry, only to have sex with these guys and get their babies. Prisons don't even know what to fucking do with with women like this, man. And you're literally gonna tell me that prison is keeping black women from dating? That's crazy. But we already know that's not even true. And the stupid thing about it is that black women will look at those guys before they even look at a black guy going to school. And I already told you the account of black men who are going to HBCUs, especially, feel like losers because they're not in fraternities or they're not playing sports, and so they have to be baited into joining a fraternity because it's really too late to play a sport if you're not, you didn't even come into school playing basketball or football, so it's really unlikely they'll just take you off the spot like that. And so the easiest thing is really just to join a fraternity. And my thing with fraternities is that it's stupid. You're literally just paying thousands of dollars a year, what, just to have sex with the same girl that been ran through by other niggas, like just so you can have cool points. Like I mean, you could probably just smash her for free once she's out of high school. I mean, once she's out of college, but you're that desperate to have sex with her now? Like, come on, bro. But all that's worth $1,000, I guess. I don't know. The lack of eligible black men is further exonerated and exacerbated when a percentage choose to date outside the race. Oh, what, like 5%? And pretty much like 80% of the 5% that date out, you probably don't even find them attractive. And you think that they're ugly and they're lame and they ain't got no swag and they're probably like 5'6", and you can't do anything. You can't do anything with some nerdy dude with a lumpy afro who has big glasses. Come on. Like, yeah, stop acting like this bullshit presses you guys so fucking much. Maybe this is why black women are so bitter when they see their men with women of other races, white women in particular. Could it be simple to reduce their anger to mere jealousy, or is there a greater force at play? Maybe you guys are just lazy. You guys really, because you guys pump out these articles on black women's undesirability, but you guys literally don't take notes. You guys literally do not even will try to work or do anything to be better, and it's just this. Oh well, what's wrong with us? And then there's like no solutions. You guys have literally no hypothesis on like, hey, maybe we should be sucking dick more, or maybe we should give the corny guys a chance, like actually giving him a chance because we've been pretending like we like these guys. Like you guys have not done anything new. And like it's the same rotation of every 3 to 4 years, you guys will do this. Oh, I found something new. Let's date white boys. And it's like, oh God, really? Like this again for the umpteenth time? Like how long are you guys gonna rely on one little white boy to carry black women's desirability, only for you guys to realize that he's only interested in foreign black women, primarily Africans or UK women or light skinned UK women. And then African American FBA black women are still playing with their thumb in their ass about, oh God, how did we miss the ball this time? Like we're still technically undesirable. I'm like, yeah, you guys fall for the same okey doke every fucking time. All right, let's go. It's funny how all the way across the Atlantic to where I was born, and okay, yeah, I figured she was Nigerian. Born and raised in Nigeria, the strong, aggressive black woman stereotype was sold to me via media, and Hollywood was the true representation of all American women. The women had daddy issues, had babies for different men, from different men, not for different men. They were rude, sassy with sharp mouths. This is the narrative pop culture gave us. They used a minority representation to represent the majority. They sold us the hatred and shame of our own race. They did this by promoting what we call ratchet TV and entertainment. It has become the norm. This gross representation has affected countless black women who go through their daily lives whose character are far from angry and aggressive. Oh shit, where are these women at? It's gotten bad to the point that black women speaking for her rights or complaining about something doesn't like is automatically tagged as an angry woman, an angry black woman. A woman of another race could use the same tone, couldn't have been tagged as an angry whatever race they are woman, leaving black women to face displaced blame where they are switched from being the victims to the aggressor. I'd like to know when you guys were victims. Sadly, our brothers who should know better also buy into this trope. I remember watching a video on YouTube where the presenter stopped a couple of black men on the streets and asked them why they think black women have the lowest desirability rate in the dating market. I was shocked to see a guy I knew in that video. He responded that black women are proud and will remain single if they don't change. I was speechless. This guy in question was known not to date darker skinned women, and if I thought he dated them out of mere preference. His response gave me accurate insight into his real motives. Believe me when I say I made sure he heard what I thought about his opinion, which I found quite abhorrent. I mean, you just fall into your own stereotype, which you claim you don't follow or don't believe in. However, this is some historical link to the strong, aggressive black woman narrative from Hollywood representation. Research shows that in the past, enslaved men were sent away from their families by their masters for work in other regions, sometimes gone for long stretches of time. These men were not present, and the women were left to fend for the children on their own. In the long run, this led to strained communication and relations between the man and his wife and family. It's possible that this absenteeism of fractured family relations were somehow passed down to generations through socialization, Cue in Ronald Reagan era where he decided to war on drugs, which led to the mass assembling of black men in the prison system, furthering adding fuel to an already fractured family unit where black men became absent. Black women could no longer rely on their partners, and so the idea they passed down to their daughters to rely on themselves and not any man to get their degree and make their own money ideology was born. Yeah, that ideology probably was not born until like the 90s. You're kind of inflating it, 70s and 80s shit. Because we already have a video by that Hebrew Israelite brother who I forgot his name, but we already saw I think it was, what was it, ABC? It was like a 70s or 80s NBC documentary special on why single motherism is so high in New York or whatever. And these black girls, they were like 16, 17, 18. And these chicks were like talking about how their dudes weren't shit. And then these dudes weren't even motivated to do shit. So again, these chicks already come in with the whole, they don't need a man and they don't want to fuck with us. And that's why they entertain these losers. So it's just default. I don't know how long black women will continuously hide behind slavery. I mean, come on. You can't be this hang up on it. Especially as an African woman who's trying to, force herself to be seen as an African American chick. I'm like, chick, you have an option not to entertain the fuckery. You literally have an option not to entertain this shit. These bitches here don't have a choice. And what's so fucking crazy is that they love it so much to where even if you presented a choice, they still wouldn't take it. This is why educated lames will never be accepted in the black community. They will never be desirable by black women. Even with the whole Russell Wilson, with that, what was it? That Ebony article about how corny men, black women love corny men. It's like, There's nothing. That article was like a stretch to read. It was literally just bullshit that was just made up. And I've already done videos on TikTok about exposing TikTok videos of what women really like. I've never seen the corny guy on, with these black girl videos of my type. What is that? I've literally pulled like 10 black girls, dark skinned girls, light skinned girls, but I think mostly dark skinned girls. I literally pulled their type, my type. What showed up? It was like every one of them was like 6'2", dreads or like a little Drake cut, same with tattoos on his chest, the dumb grill, the ducky lips, the same sexualized black thug that you guys always fantasize about. There was no corny dudes. There was no lames like all these simp black nerds that are talking about, if you can't get a black woman, that's your fault. Well, nigga, I don't see these bitches putting pictures of you on their my type videos. So I don't know why you doing all this caping. Again, she's just going over slavery. It's like, really, you're really gonna base the article just on slavery? And okay, she talks about Kevin Samuels. Okay, black women may express displeasure when a brother is seen with a white woman or woman from another race, not only because they are jealous. I've read this before. I think she put it again. White women are racist, or white women are jealous or racist, but because they are angry at the overall message, it passes across. Well, what message? Well, so basically, this is my message. You're so mad about a non-select guy that black women refuse to date, refuse to entertain. But you somehow don't put pro-black logic and say, hey, that's a brother who ain't got no kids. That's an educated brother. Wow. I should and this is what's stupid. Black women will be like, wow, I can't do anything with that. But I know somebody who will. I know a fat, undesirable woman who will entertain that. She might entertain you if you're lucky. It's like you guys literally find it more anti-pro black to see a black man with a non-black woman because of y'all's dating preference than actually being questioned on instead of being questioned on how anti-pro black y'all's dating preferences are. You guys are crying about this whole brothers shortage and shit. I'm like, why? If this is the case, why are there so many non-slut guys? Why are there so many sexless men? Why are men preparing to die alone? You know, why are men feeling as if being the nice guy is unrewarding? But then again, you're crying about incarceration. But yet, the same women crying about incarceration are also fucking men in jail. And then when you ask those women, why are you fucking men in jail? They'll just say, that's my type. I like them roughnecks. Oh, what about these? Oh, I can't do nothing with no Yale nigga. Oh, I can't do nothing with them educated uppity niggas. Them niggas probably like white girls anyway. That nigga probably gay anyways. Can't do nothing with them, man. Because of all the immigrating factors where we see the internalized racism some of our brothers have against us, with some black men further pushing harmful narratives about black women. Black women are proud. I want sweet. I want that. I want cute, multicultural babies. I want no darky. It brings to mind the reality that some of our brothers are dating these women from other races, not merely because it's their preference. You guys love that motherfucking word. But because they also have misplaced hate of their own sisters. And this is where it hurts. You know, the thing is, you guys never taking accountability or a thought. It doesn't have to be accountability. It just could be a thought that maybe the very things that you find ugly in those men are now trying to date other races of women to erase those so-called ugly features. Because maybe they learn that hate because they're not women. But maybe they learn that so-called self-hate from you guys. Maybe. I'm just spitballing here, man. I only seen this article 5 minutes ago. So this is my first time reading it. So I don't know. I'm just spitballing. Yes, perhaps even women of darker shades may seek to date other outside their race, but they are not wanted or seen as undesirable, which is also adds to the layer of frustration. The toxic red pill community also is driven vile hate towards black women. Sometimes I scroll down the comment section of the king of the red pill movement, Kevin Samuels, which he is not the king of the red pill community or movement, but whatever. I see the unfortunate hate many black men spew on his platform. Men who have no respect for black women and struggle that got all of us in the mess in the first place. But you will not talk about that episode or that show that he did where he was asking the pro blacks, you have all these educated black men that black women don't want. What the fuck do you expect those guys to do? And them pro black niggas had no answer. I can't remember. I don't think a woman called who was representing the pro black community. It would have been nice, but I guess somehow it was the answer for the brothers, a question for the brothers or something. But that show was telling. And it's the very fact that there is a mutual understanding that the black community cannot do anything with educated lames, with non-select brothers, lets me know what the fuck am I here for? What the fuck am I here for? But that's something that all those female Kevin Samuel detractors, they will never bring up that episode. I don't even think they even know it exists, but they have to because they're always watching his shit. So they that's something that they've always been keeping quiet. Black women face discrimination from their gender, which women of all races face, and they're also added the layer of baggage. We have to cope with the stress of intersectionality, of being a black woman. I don't know the future of the black community, where our healing will take place, but I know it will take a man can date. But I know it will start when a man can date outside his race without seeing the need to put us down. Without seeing the need to put down his own. Again, this is the beaten down mentality of the black woman, to where she admits that there's nothing that black women can do. To where she sees the future. Her future for black women is basically just watching brothers date white women in peace and not bring up their fucking names. I mean, we could do that. I don't see why not. But again, black women make it too fucking known on how much they hate us. They don't even. I don't even think they really even hate white girls like that. Because when I see black women with white girls, they're not afraid to be their friends. They're not afraid to befriend them. They're not afraid to teach them dances and be around their presence. Not too often. Not most of the time, I would say. But black women seeing that white woman with that black man, oh, that's a hell no. They will never get peace. They will never get peace and just ignore that. They have to create chaos, man. And it's the chaos theory of black women, which they will never get over.